Hello and welcome to the Weekend Investing Daily Bite of 6th of June. And I would say the markets have already started to forget about the elections results while the government is getting formed and the formalities are taking place. There are now enough indicators that no further surprise in the short term is likely. Ministries, there are rumors or news items that the core ministries will remain with the BJP, and of course, the partners will get some benefit for forming the government. That is fine. So the idea is that things are going back to normal very, very fast, actually. And that is always good news. Today's main story is DIXON, India's Nvidia. So Nvidia, as you know, is a is a stock which is climbing like nobody's business. It has gone from $2 trillion to $3 trillion market cap in the last just few months, and it has now crossed $3 trillion, crossed Apple. It has added somewhere 1.8 trillion in just last 6 7 months. Uh, Almost a amount of Amazon's market cap in this calendar year. At 3 trillion, it is more than half of India's entire market cap. So, I mean, amazing kind of a run is happening on Nvidia stock. And India's Dixon, which is a contract manufacturing company, which is now making a lot of products for a lot of overseas manufacturers for distribution in India as well as export, has been climbing the charts like Nvidia. Of course, the market cap is nowhere in comparison, but in every market there is an Nvidia which is available, which you have to recognize and invest in. But we'll talk about this story uh, more in detail. So if I see the last 6 years, and of course I've chosen the dates so that I can show you this impact. A 1900% gain has come around in the last 5+ years, so almost 6 years, where Dixon India is up 1853%, and Nvidia is up 1894%. And you can see that the major move in Nvidia has happened in 2024, almost tripling in the last few months. So the opportunities are plentiful. We get lost in the noise of the markets, but at all times there are some stocks that are always doing extremely well. We should be on a lookout for them. India VIX is crashing. We were at 32 on election day, which has substantially now come off. We are at 17 now, which has been the range in the beginning of the year also, 16, 14 to 17. I think further fall here towards 12 to 14 is also likely. People are, just getting on with the business going forward. Where is the Nifty headed? The Nifty is certainly looking extremely robust. Majority of the selling which came in the second and third hour on the election result day, that level is taken out, which is extremely good news. Even on this small time frame trend indicator, there is a positive indication. Nifty is up nearly 0.9% today. The all-time high is at 23,300 on that exit poll day, and we are already at 22,850. So hardly 2% away from an all-time high. This low that was made on election day or election result day will remain the main pivot point for this market going forward. Anytime this low gets taken out, will the bears really have an upper hand? Until then, even if there is some pullback towards 22,100, that is fine. And it seems a scary trend of that day was just a flash in the pan. Other benchmark indices, you can see Nifty Junior very nicely today. Again, very much in line with pre-election days, recovering back entire amount. Mid caps even better, up 2.18%. I won't be surprised in the coming weeks if we make new highs around here. Small caps were the surprise of the day for me. It started with a very nice gap up, and in the first hour itself, the small caps were up more than 3.5%. Consolidated during the day did not give up this gain, which is extremely good news. and it does seem like that another challenge to this formidable resistance that has been there between 15,800 to 16,000 for small caps is coming up. Today also we went up to 15,800 and just consolidated there. I think next week, if not tomorrow, we may see some challenging time for that resistance. Bank Nifty also inching up. You can see very well that most of the losses from that day are pre-exit poll day have been covered. The day was flat for today. Bank Nifty up 0.48%, also marginally dipped into the red during the day. So Bank Nifty is something that is also looking all right. Gold has broken out on the short-term basis. There is, of course, news that uh, there is increased tension on the Russia-Ukraine borders, and gold has broken out on on INR terms, went to about 73,200 currently. While I'm shooting, it's at 72,800. So gold has consolidated quite a bit and can now start to move up. What FIIs and DIIs are doing. So after election day debacle, where we saw a huge sort of sell-off, we are back again to the same mode where FIIs sold yesterday, yet DIIs bought almost to the same extent, slightly less, but nevertheless we had a very nice pullback up yesterday. So FII selling is not impacting the market as such, and sooner or later, the under ownership that is happening in gradually in FIIs, that trend may change and they may have to come and buy at a higher price. That, if it happens, will provide a lot of cushion to the market, because on every dips then FIIs could be buyers, but that has not yet started. DIIs are very much in the driving position with SIPs of 20,000 crores coming in every month. There is a lot of liquidity that domestic investors are providing. Heat map of the day, you can see that IT stocks did really well. So Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech doing all well. Nasdaq actually is making new highs, and the IT sector is gaining ground basis that. SBI, which was thrashed on election day by about 12 or 14%, and which was not bouncing yesterday, today has bounced 3.4%, which is very good news. Coal India, ONGC also up gradually. NTPC, which was thrashed, also up. Some Adani stocks were gradually up, but FMCG is again cooling off. So this switch that happened on that day, where money was gushing into defensive stocks, or most of them into FMCG, is again getting out of FMCG and going into more risk-on kind of trades in metals and commodities and autos. The Nifty Next 50 chart, you can see the public sector banks, public sector enterprise stocks, defense stocks, which were thrashed just 2 days back, have come back with a vengeance. You can see PFC, REC up 6% each, IRFC, Bank of Baroda, HAL, BEL, IOC, IRCTC, all government oriented stocks which were having a weak day, given the fact that people were not sure who will get these ministries, how will the current programs be in continuation or not, are today assured that whatever was continuing is likely to continue forth. And even the real estate stocks, all of them doing great gains. DLF in this uh, index up 4%, but other than DLF, Prestige, Oberoi's, all making new highs, Lodha, and this is extremely, extremely good. Sectoral trends, real estate up 4.7%, public sector enterprise stocks up 3.7%, PSU banks up 2.9%, IT stocks 2.8%. So with this today's move, you can see that just public sector enterprise stocks, PSU banks, energy and infra have some red left for the week. Otherwise, the week is good now for real estate, for autos, for consumption, for FMCG, and for IT. Uh, I think another few sessions, this also may get absorbed. So net, I mean, the market has rejected any kind of any weakness stories that people have been making out. The strength in the market remains. And just imagine that despite all this volatility, we are just 2% away from an all-time high. That itself is telling you the story that is playing out. Real estate, you can see how quickly it has reverted back and virtually coming to a new high after 4.69%. public sector enterprise stocks are still, I would say, in somewhat in a situation where they will need to get some liquidity to push it forth to new highs. Maybe they won't for now. Some consolidation may be required, but at least they are not collapsing, which is good news for now. 3.68% on the public sector enterprise stocks. IT stocks are the ones which are bouncing back very, very hard. Nasdaq also is doing really well, as I mentioned, and any, I think, gain beyond 34,500 will be extremely good for the Nifty IT index. Other stories, Amaraja Energy Mobility. This stock, after having been in this large range of, it's in the last 8-9 years, is now breaking out. It is making a new highs even on weekdays, which is very, very telling of the strength of the stock. There is a significant move towards the electrification of vehicles, and this company could potentially do well. So this is a good candidate to have in your watch list to see if you have any setups basis this. Another company in the same industry, Exide Industries, has been doing very well. In fact, it broke out towards the end of 2023. This is a weekly chart, and that breakout also happened after many, many years. It came back, retested the breakout, and has been flying extremely hard since then, doubling since that breakout. This is another, telling sign that a stock is extremely strong, even when in the light of weakness in the market, the stock continues to go forward. This is all I have for today's Daily Bite. Please let us know if you are liking this content. If you would like to see something else along with this, do comment below. Happy to receive your comments, and we'll take it from there. Thanks. Bye.